Hello. So today we have a heater, an Airtronic D2, and this is the way it came. And from the first sign I see some black deposits, some soot in it. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Everything is filled with black carbon deposits, or at least it looks like it. So we will open it up to see what's going on inside and why this happened. Okay, I'll try to put this camera somehow so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward to open it up as you already saw this in my other videos. Okay, so yeah, something is coming out from the heater. So let's see what are we dealing with here. Some dust. Also, this is full of dust. Let's see. Yeah, where is the gasket from here? It's missing. Probably it remained at the workshop. I took it down, and look at this. Look what's coming out. Okay, so it's clearly filled up with dirt. This usually happens if the burning process is not complete. So too much fuel, or the air is not enough. Anyway, something's going on in this heater, and we will have to figure it out. I'm not gonna clean the table better because it will be the same for it when we open it up. Yes. Okay, so let's take the ECU down and open up the heater to see what's inside and see if we can figure out why this heater looks like it does. Okay, this is down, and I will try to do it with this one so it goes faster. Okay. Well, let's see if we can find something in here first. Well, it looks a little bit black here, and this could be a sign that exhaust gases are getting back to the heater. although it looks clean everywhere else. Yeah, who knows? You just have to see. Okay, we will take the glow plug out and let me see if I have the tool required. Yes, here it is. Okay, and not with this. Should work with this screwdriver. I hope so. Okay. It's trying to come out. Glow plug seems fine, at least visually. Now we will take out the burner. Let's see. Can I speed this up? Yes. And it should come out almost. Okay, now, and surprise, yeah, well, it's full. It's full of kind very fine soot. Yes. And also this could be, I don't know, watermarks or not. Well, the breathing hole, it's clean, but I don't have an explanation yet. Why is this so full? So we'll obviously have to clean it. I'm really curious what's under this. Clearly see that the environment this heater is working in, it's full of dust. And yes, so we will have to clean it out. It's not much we can do, and I don't know, we will have to test it and see if it's working once it's cleaned. Okay, so this will be a messy job. I will go clean it up, and we must put the heater back together after this and see what is happening. So before I clean the heater, I pushed this blower wheel a little bit away from the casing to see how the impellers look on the other side, and there it seems fine. The reason why I'm doing this, because in some cases I heard of drivers trying to start the heater with spray, with starting spray, and this usually melts the impeller on the other side of this blower wheel, and yeah, the heater doesn't get enough air. Okay, so it's not the case here, so I will go and clean this up and try to start the heater after that. So when I try to put back the fan to its place. Now it's clear that this is full of dust, and this is not from the burning process. This is dust from the road, and it's actually sand and things like that. So can I ask you, how can a heater work in these conditions, if this is the air that we are feeding it for the burning process? So this is just unacceptable, and I don't know where the unit is being used, but clearly that this is a big problem, and no unit will work in these conditions. Even if an air filter, even if I recommend an air filter on the intake, this will probably last 1 or 2 weeks, considering what is coming out from this fan. Look, it's just keeps on coming out. Okay, so I will go and clean it a little bit with the compressor, and I'll be back. Okay, so we got everything cleaned as much as we can. I didn't use any solvents, and I just cleaned, not really in detail, because if the heater is working, then it will clean all this by itself. And the reason why I'm not changing the screen, because I want to see first if the heater is working. It doesn't make any sense to change it before that. It actually doesn't look so bad, and I think this unit was serviced. I don't know by whom, but it has been. And actually you can also see on the outside the conditions when this unit is used. So clearly nobody gives a shit about, sorry, about this unit, but this is the truth, and then they just say that the heater is bad. It's nobody's fault, it's only the fault of the manufacturer. But I'm already used to this kind of things, so I'm not even trying to convince them otherwise. We will make a detailed report after this. And actually what I will do, just to be sure that the heater is working, it's something that I don't usually do on these small heaters, but we will check the CO2 settings to see if the unit is running correctly. So if the CO2 settings are okay here, then the problem is clearly not with the heater, and we should have a look on the car itself, the installation position. Also the position of the metering pump is important, and mostly I'm curious from where this heater is getting its combustion air, and this is the problem. Nobody sends photos, nobody sends details of the installation, and it's pretty hard to see what's wrong if this is the only thing we get here. But we will have to draw some conclusions by the time we finish with this heater. And we will see what those conclusions are. I will go and clean a little bit this with air also, because I just cannot mount them like this. Okay. Okay, so I got them cleaned, let's say, at least in the inside. And don't get me wrong, so there is no problem if you mount the heater under a car or someplace like that where it's, let's say, exposed to the elements. It's not a problem when you see this on the outside. It's not that much of a deal, but the combustion air has to be clean, and also the inside of the heater needs to be clean also. And just as a little sign of what is going on, you can see that inside here we can find some marks of drops, water drops, or I don't know. So it's clearly this heater is let's say abused. And clearly nobody is taking care of this heater as it should. But so we will put all this together, and we will test the heater. And also, I'm sorry that the customer didn't send the pump, but I think this heater was here already. So I don't know what I was saying is, I think this heater was already here, if I'm not mistaken, and not so long ago, with other problems clearly, or with something similar, but I'm pretty sure it was not suited up like it was now. And okay, so this is touching the ECU a little bit. This is not okay. I think it moved a little bit when I was putting the fan wheel from the inside back. Yeah, so it's touching a little, no problem, we will solve that. And I will see you outside. We will put the unit on the bench and see if everything is okay. Okay, so actually this unit was here before, and I think it's actually in one of my videos. And okay, so at that time the unit looked like this. It also had some starting problems. The unit was at that time also full with dust and dirt and things like that. And again, in my report to the customer, I mentioned the 62 set point value interruption error that the unit is having, and this causes the unit to work only on high power and nothing else. As we can see here, we have 1400 hours on high, nothing on medium, nothing on low. So yeah, and some hours on power, and this is when the unit is starting, so it's not really much to see, but this is how the heater is working. Mostly on high, rarely on power, and never in the other levels. Okay, so this was on 29th of March when I did this test. No? Oh, sorry, no, it was in November. So actually quite a while ago. And we are going to see what's now in the unit. And the errors, we don't care about the safety time, and that's it. That's just because the unit was not starting. And but then again, 62. So nobody even cared to do the right thing and resolve this set point interruption problem. And it's so easy. It just makes no sense leaving the unit running like this. And just to show us the hours, we can see that again the unit is working in the same way. So everything, it worked about 800 hours, I think, give or take, from November. And yeah, but everything on high. So this is again a problem, because the unit is always running, it's not regulating, and the unit will not shut down. So it will not shut down when the temperature is reached. And this is a safety measure for someone having this problem, not to freeze in the car. So the unit will work on 75%, but it will have no regulation and no temperature control. So considering this, I think I have nothing to add to this unit. I will, just to be sure, I will check the CO2 settings on the exhaust and see if anything raises a flag there, but I don't think so. This is just dirt and wrong installation, and that's about it. So I think it worked very well for 800 hours, considering the conditions this heater is working in. Okay, so we will make the report again to the customer, and well, I cannot do nothing if they do not solve their problems. Even if the unit is in warranty, when it comes with this kind of errors, okay, there's nothing you can do about this, because this is just saying that the unit is not starting. Bar 62 is clearly an installation error, and it's not solved, and it's not solved since the unit was installed. And yeah, unfortunately, I have to say that even if there was a problem with the heater, and even if it was a warranty case, I would not accept it because of this. Yeah. Okay, so the heater is already connected to the diagnostics, and okay, my mouse should start, and yes, I will again enter the same here. I will make a report of this, and we will start the unit. Okay, so I will not bore you with that. Okay, so the heater is running outside, and just a very little bit of smoke came out when the unit started. And this is the CO2 concentration in the exhaust that we are looking to get, and we can see that this is in the high mode, so we need to force the unit to work in high. Yeah, how can we do that? Well, it's very easy. It's just the same as they used it until now. with the set point value interrupted. Okay, but first I will leave the unit to run for 20 or 30 minutes or maybe less, just to clean out a little bit, and then we will try to measure the CO2 here in the exhaust. Okay, but as you can see, the unit is working, so not really much problem with it. Okay, so this is what is happening in the car. Actually, I disconnected the diagnostics and connected only the controller, as it is in the car probably, and this is what is happening. It's showing one temperature, which is the set point temperature. Yeah, we can change that, but here instead of these three lines we should have the reading from the internal sensor from here, which is not present, and this is why the unit is working only on high power and no any other level. The solution is simple. Here are two wires, red gray and brown white, and these two wires need to be connected together when used with these digital controllers in order to work. Okay, so actually we can see some smoke. Now the question is, will the unit start? It worked before. Well, I don't think so. So I think for now the burning chamber needs to be changed. I'm quite sure of it. And this is just because all of the dirt that got in there with time, and there's just no way to clean it out. Okay, so I will stop the unit. It just not makes sense. It doesn't make sense to try to start it again. Oh, okay. It did now. But we cannot leave it like this. This will just sometimes work and sometimes will not, so we will have to change the burning chamber. We need to give the news to the customer, and yeah, I think that will solve the problems. So that's it for now. I will be back after changing the burner. Okay, so see you shortly. Okay, so we have the accept from the customer to change the burner, and this is what we are going to do now. We will try to do it fast as possible, because we already done this a few times in the other videos, but I just wanted to film this to show you that this is an easy job, and it can be done in a very short time once you are used to the heaters. Okay. Short, that is, if you know all the time where your tools are. In this case, someone else is using these tools also, so sometimes they are missing or are not in their place. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Okay. We will get out the glow plug. I'm just trying to turn this so you can see everything. I think it's okay now. Okay. And it's a good thing I didn't change the glow plug lining, because it would not have any effect on the heater, because this burning chamber is gone and needs to be changed. So we would have only used the lining and no success. I don't know if you can see, I cleaned the inside, but actually you can't. Let me just try to switch on the light. Okay, so I did clean it, but it's still dirty, and right on the inside it was also black. But just for that short period of running, the heater already started to clean itself. So this is what we this is what will happen to all the blackness inside. It will clear out once the heater is running correctly. Okay, you can also see this this was also filled with blackness everywhere, and actually it started to clean itself if the heater is running correctly and at the required temperature. But it needs to be changed because the starting is no longer reliable, and once it starts, once it just smokes, and yeah, it already has 2,600 hours if I remember correctly. So we can say that this burner, in my opinion, considering the conditions that the heater was used in, it quite lasted for a really long time, at least time in operating hours. We don't know what is the usage scenario for this, but it could be that the heater doesn't really need to run that much of time, and it could be that these hours are accumulated because the heater is not regulating. So, and that is an installation problem, and I really hope the workshop will contact me after this, because they didn't care about the first time I told them what to do, or the information got stuck somewhere. But anyway, I hope that this time they will call, and we will try to figure out together what's going on there on that vehicle. I really hope so. because it's just a bad practice to put on and take down the heater. But it ran for one more season with with the lining, with a new lining, and the cleaning we have done last time. That was in November, now it's April, so it was a minimum investment. But still, some problems are not solved, so let's hope that the workshop will contact me after this. I will not clean the outside case again because I cleaned it last time. We went from the outside and gave back a really nice heater, but it looks like nobody cares about that. It came back in this dirty condition, so you have to take in mind that even these are called zero maintenance heaters. That doesn't mean that you don't have to keep them clean, that you don't have to feed them clean combustion air. As much as you can, you must protect it from liquids and so on, because well, it's just a better way that you can take care of your heater. And of course, if there is no dust and there is clean fuel and so on, we can really say that the heater is maintenance free. But we are not living in a perfect world, so this is why I recommend changing the lining each year before the heating season starts. It will just save you some problems and downtime caused by the heater. I really suspect that this is some kind of passenger bus that transports workers or something in some area where the roads are, it's not asphalt, it's just dirt roads, and this is why the heater looks like it does. Okay, so this is done. We are going out. We will mount it on the bench and see the CO2 settings that the heater is working on. If there's a problem there, I'm not really sure what to do because there's nothing we can change. So let's hope that it's fine. Okay, so we are outside with the same setup, and we are just waiting for the pump to start. As I said, these two wires we kept separately so we can achieve a 75% heating output. And the heater is starting, there is no smoke at all, so we will leave it for a few minutes to achieve its starting phase and fall back to 75% so we can check the CO2. So we started with the CO2 settings to test them, and I found that this is actually the distance that this sensor should be at, because if I put it too close, then the device just go into protection mode, so clearly something's up with that. And I had just unconclusive readings, and so I decided to test it also on the these are the values for the medium 75% of the heater, so we can see the temperature. And I'm already doing this for 2 or 3 minutes, so I think we can say that these are the results. I will pause the recorder. Okay, so I can take the sensor from the exhaust, and I will also stop the heater. Okay, and as I was saying, I was getting unconclusive readings until I found the distance, the right distance, and I went ahead and tested the heater on high power, and these were the results. You can see the exhaust temperature also, it's pretty high. And now these are the results from the 75%, the high power, and I just wrote here what it should be. So we are well in the limits, so there is no problem with the heater. I will also print out receipt for the service, and we have the justifications that everything is perfect with this heater. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so thanks. Okay, this is all good. Well, oh sorry, I have to take really good care of this CO2 tester because it's quite expensive. I will try. Will it stop? I guess. Okay, so this is it for today, guys. I hope you had fun watching this video. Maybe you learned something new. Okay, so take care, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.